Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another not Steam Deck video. If you guys have seen from my short, I recently just bought a refurbished Pixel 6. I have an ugly little case on it. But this phone has been great. And one thing that Android phones can do that iPhones cannot really do as easily is emulate games. So I myself am a fan of retro games, 16-bit games. So I thought I'd go ahead and show you guys how easy it is to set up RetroArch on your phone. RetroArch is essentially a software that you can download and put ROMs into it, and it has a pretty good interface that you can get around to. So it goes as easy as let me start with this. If you go to the Play Store and you look at RetroArch, you could download this version. But from the videos I've seen, this version is not the most up-to-date one. So what people recommend is going to Google, typing in RetroArch for Android, and you go to the website. It'll tell you what RetroArch is if you're curious. And you can go ahead and click Get RetroArch. Get this pop-up out of the way. I'll go more into it, and then it'll also tell you, based on the device you're on, the recommendation for the download. So it says detected OS, Linux. This is just an Android phone, so you're gonna go ahead and download the stable or nightly. Nightly is not the final version, but it is updated. It's almost like a development version. I just downloaded stable, and once you do that, your phone will probably tell you, hey, this is a weird link, should we trust it? And you say, yeah, you can trust it. From there, it's gonna go to your downloads folder, and you can go ahead and run it from there, and then it'll go ahead and make its own file right here, RetroArch, okay? So once you do that, the app will pop up. You go to RetroArch, and it comes with all these different settings. Now, this UI is a little daunting at first because there's so many options. You don't know what does what, but essentially, the app kind of does everything for you, okay? So you have load core, load content. At the top, load core. Cores are essentially the systems you want to play. So I have Game Boy Advance and the DS. If I go download a core, you have all these options that RetroArch provides, and you can download anything. So if you want to go to, let's say, the 3DS, you would scroll down, and there's Citra right here, which is a 3DS emulator, okay? So I already downloaded the Game Boy Advance version, so let me show you guys that. Now, you have the core downloaded. The next step is to download a ROM. I'm not going to show you guys where to get ROMs because that's frowned upon. You can Google it, find it from there. But again, you can sideload it because this is an Android. So once you sideload it and download it, you can go over to File Browser here. Nope, that's not it. So once you download it, you go down to the directory settings underneath the little cog right here. And this is essentially telling your RetroArch where to point to, okay? So File Browser, I'm telling mine to look into an emulated folder. Now, you don't need to do this. This is just an extra step. You can actually launch it from whatever folder you want once you actually open the core itself. So I have in my files here, I downloaded a ROM. I went ahead and moved it from the download folder here, and I made a new folder called ROMs. And then I subdivided that into DS, GBA. So you click on GBA, there's 2 games there. You click on DS, there's Mario Kart there. And then you go back to RetroArch, load core, let's go Game Boy Advance, and then load content. And then from here, I just have start directory, GBA, and let's go Pokemon. And you go load archive. And turn this down. And off the bat, I haven't made any adjustments to the UI, the controls, nothing. It just works off the bat. If you want to get more intuitive with it and adjust it to your liking, it's not that difficult. You just got to play with the settings, okay? So I actually have a save state. So you click on this little RetroArch button, you go to load state, and this is where I was before. And it runs really well. The Pixel 6 has tactile, like a haptic, so when you click on the buttons, it actually gives you a little pulse, so it feels nice. It's not as good as tactile buttons, but you know, it's there. You have a fast forward option if you want to skip through the awesome cutscenes that Pokemon has with the Harlow audio. And if you don't like this aspect ratio, just rotate it over, and there you go. And from my experience, this game runs awesome. I've also run Fire Emblem, that runs well too. You could probably run, well, you probably for sure can run more advanced Game Boy Advance games, pun intended, but I just don't need to, you know. What I'm using this phone for is, you know, on the bus, on the train, just pop it open, play a little bit, put it away. And if I'm playing a game that requires more reaction time, I would like the actual buttons than misclicking, because if I click A here, you know, I can slide over to X, and I don't want that when I'm playing a game where I need to only click A. Okay, let's go back. Let's get out of this. Close content, load core. Now let's try the DS. I have Mario Kart downloaded. Now for DS, because it is a dual screen format, it puts it right here for the second screen. You could go into the UI, move this stuff down, move it around, or you could just go sideways, get a smaller little display there. I'm just gonna hand jam through this. And this has been running flawlessly. I played a few matches, no issues. And again, this is me using the on-screen controls. If you want to, you can go ahead and hook up a third-party controller and play this even better. You can get rid of these on-screen buttons, change the screen layout to however you want. If you want the top screen bigger, small bottom screen bigger, it's up to you. Yep, okay. So DS runs well. Now, the good thing about the core options when you go to download core is that not every emulator will work the best for the device you're on. Because Android devices are varying in how they're built and the processes they're using, one might run better than another. So, for example, just talking about GBA right now, if I go down to GBA, we have GBASP, we have VBA, we have MGBA. So it's all preference. I personally have experience with MGBA that's run well for me in the past, so I tried it out and it works fine. And the same goes, I did try PSP. I guess the PSP core that I chose wasn't the best option, but also I didn't go into depth into tweaking the options, because I know that is a big part of it as well. You have to make the core match your device. A lot of it is not plug and play, but most of it is. Like I told you, my main purpose of using this is for 16-bit small stuff, you know, Sega Saturn. I could even try Dreamcast, see how it goes, but it is very awesome. It is way easier than I thought. I've never used RetroArch before. I'm now more likely to put it on other stuff as well, but on the phone it's just so convenient. You pick up the phone, you have a quick second, you play something, and it doesn't take much storage either. I think RetroArch itself takes up less than a gig, and then the files for the games vary. You know, if you have a PSP game, it might be a gig, if that. If you have a GBA game, it's like nothing. And you can go ahead from here if you want to change the display settings, change the way that things look. There's a UI feature, appearance. You can change the background image. You can change the colors. It's really a well-built software. So this video is not for people who are experienced with this. This is for someone who is curious and wants to dabble in it like I was. Again, the only experience with emulation I've had is on the PC, which is very easy, or on the Steam Deck, which kind of, the Steam Deck is built for people who are curious. There's people who just want to play the Steam games, or, I've been running the Wii U on there and it runs great. I haven't tried anything extreme on this, but like I said, it's not my cup of tea. But yeah, if you have any questions about RetroArch, please let me know. I'll try to answer it. If you have any tips, please let me know. I know a lot of people like the different UI options. I know there's one that looks like a PSP drop-down menu, and that's cool for them, but I like this, this vertical layout. So yeah, thanks for watching this short video. Please let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If you're interested in RetroArch, awesome, cool, me too. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If you're a fan of emulation, please let me know. What should we say here? But yeah, guys, that about wraps it up. I just want to do a quick video on this. If you use RetroArch, what are your favorite features of it? If you use a different emulator, a different software, what do you like about that compared to this? This seems like a one-stop shop when it comes to things like Dolphin for GameCube and Wii. I know people use different software for that, and I might do a video on that if you're interested, so please let me know. And that's it. Please like the video if you like it. Please sub if you want to. If you don't, I got nothing. I don't know. But yeah. All right. Awesome, guys. Thank you. See you in the next video.